Who sells spells?
Speak freely, friend.
Welcome back to Morrowind VR Permadeath. It's Alec from the future here on the real mic. This episode is pretty much just me walking in circles the whole time, ranting and raving about YouTube commenters and game mods. So if you're here to watch me just play Morrowind, have fun, chill out, have a good time, we'll be back to that next week. If you're watching this video hoping to hear me screaming about stuff,
Did you want
that's
something?
that's what you're in for. Anyway, back to past Alec. I gotta grab mark and recall before I forget. That's the rest of my stolen money on that mark and recall potions or mark and recall spells. So now I can travel a little faster once I decide where I put that where to put that mark. Continuing adventures of Die Elf, the High Elf, doing level 1 again. The High Elf Snoot. I'm just all magic all the time, running errands for the Mages Guild here, and we're in Old Ebonheart.
Well, hello there.
So I'm prepared for some nausea here. There's a quest here at this local Mages Guild, but it's just a gathering quest, which I'm not in the mood for. So the reason I came here was I was sent on a quest to the docks, which was I need to talk to the fisherman of Old Ebonheart. Do I have a soul gem big enough for Rowdy Ann? Greater soul gem. Hopefully that'll be enough. It's just a fish, right? Is it a slaughterfish? I should be able to kill a slaughterfish. I still don't have I do have a ranged attack, and it's lightning, so it'll be good against Dunmer. Thank you for reminding me, person. Dunmer are strong to fire. Where's the docks?
Yes, friend.
Is the frame rate better at the docks?
I'll just rub a little bear grease on it. Be good as new.
Are you a sailor?
You like
Yeah,
to
I
dance
didn't think
close
you were.
to
Oh
the
wait,
fire,
I can't ask you
don't
about the Rowdy Ann. Do you know about it? Okay, you are a sailor. North of the Ebon Tower. Where's that? I can't see anything from anywhere in the city with all this fog. My computer is not strong enough to see the Ebon Tower from here. Is it on my map? I don't see it. Let's continue asking around. This mission might be forfeit. I might need to just go somewhere else.
Speak, traveler.
You're on this boat, but you don't have anything to say about Rowdy Ann. Will people have different things to say about Rowdy Ann, or am I wasting my time asking more?
Talk is free. What do you want?
So far, nobody else wants to talk to me about it. What about you?
It's fine with me. Go ahead.
Where do you go? Oh, right, I have 2 gold. I gotta leave.
Taking a trip?
But I can't afford to leave my boat, so I'm just gonna walk out. Once I get down to the wilderness, everything should be fine.
Any time now.
Things feel okay on my end, because I'm fine with reprojection. I feel okay. I guess we'll go back to almost there, then figure out what we're doing from there. All right, immediately as soon as I walk out the gates, the fog recedes. I'm kind of fired up because I had idiots in my comment section saying exactly what I thought they were going to say about when I was ranting about modders last week. I'm lying if I say I'm not going to talk about mods this week because I have a lot of walking to do. I've played a lot of mods in my life, and I have a lot of opinions about them, and I've seen a lot of patterns in them. I've got positive things to say too, and I'll try to focus more on those than I normally do, because normally I get on these rants because something annoys me. But there's a few different categories of mods that I've noticed throughout my 35 fucking years. I know what I'm talking about. But there's smallish mods people make just because, like, they have a very specific idea of what they want to change. It's not that big a change. They can implement it pretty easily. It's a fun exercise, whatever. They're not devoting their entire lives to it. That's the vast majority of mods, as I said before. Those people aren't crazy. They're just playing the game and being like, oh, I wish this was different. Good thing I have the tools. I wish this place. This is a cool place.
I was just thinking.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
You say something?
Why? What? Why are you attacking me? Why is nobody doing anything about this? If I get attacked, if I get fucking attacked for defending myself here, I can't. Oh, is she the one that was chasing? I'm gonna use the other intervention. I'm gone. Okay, now I'm here. And then there's like art mods where people just shit posting and like changing texture mods, shit posting. All of those people are crazy. That's probably the second biggest category of mods. Those people aren't crazy. They're just having fun. Then there's people who dedicate their entire fucking life to modding AAA games. Those people are fucking nuts. Some of them are pretty good and capable of modding. Some of them make stupid fucking decisions all the fucking time. And I'm not unreasonable for calling out bad game design decisions and noticing the patterns and where these come from. It's because they got something fucking loose in their head that makes them want to devote fucking hours and hours and hours every fucking week of their life for fucking years to make this fucking shit. They gotta have their screws loose. And it's not like I'm the first person to say this. There's so much drama in every mod scene because these people are fucking crazy. Here's where the positive. Here's where I'll get positive for a second. Okay. Somehow, there's a couple of these categories that manage to evade. Oh, I'm looking for the Mages Guild. I'm not just wandering around randomly. I am wandering around randomly, but I'm looking for the Mages Guild. If there is one, there probably isn't one. Let's talk to somebody, I guess. Local area. That's not it. It's specific place. You don't have a. Okay, I'm gonna continue leaving. Where am I now? This way. Let's just go east. Let's go northeast. It's new ground. Fan-made expansions and engine re-implementations. By all accounts, those people should be the craziest of all of them. But they seem to have a healthy respect for the base game, which is a lot of why the design works. What's this proposition you have for me then? I'm not chasing you around. Find somebody else, buddy. Whereas too many other types of modders have a chip on their shoulder. I need to fix this. I need to fix the base game, or I want to make my own thing using this base game. Whereas fan-made expansions are like, I love this game. I want more of it. I'm going to try to touch as little of the base game as possible. Try to make it as seamless try to make this what I'm doing in this game as seamless as possible. By all accounts, those people should be just as insane, but their insanity is driven by a passion for that game specifically, not for a desire to make games, but they can't figure out game engines for some reason, even though it's 2025. It's fucking 2025, and game engines are just as easy as mod tools. And you don't have to come up with all sorts of fiddly workarounds. This is about total conversions, obviously. Total conversions are the worst of the worst. And I've fallen for them too many times. is my problem with them. Total conversions are the worst of the worst. The exact fucking opposite of fan expansions. I know it's in the name, total conversion, that to change everything, change as much as possible. To me, the total conversion, I wish, was more just an alternate version of game. Whatever my ideal conception of a total conversion, and maybe this is my fault. My ideal conception of a total conversion is, wow, this game is great. Would it be cool if there was another game that's like just like it, but is technically a different game? Like it played to all the strengths of the base game. Leave the design tweaks for other mods, which is the part where it's maybe that's my fault for thinking like, well, it says total conversion, so they could change. They should change everything. But I feel like changing like design tweaks and stuff, where it's like your little specific problems. I feel like that's better suited to individual mods, and it's my ideal total conversion that I wouldn't be making because I'm not an insane person and I know how to see. Part of my problem is I started making games on a calculator. I made my first games on a calculator and I didn't even have access to that calculator a lot of the time. So I was writing code by hand on a pen and paper. Old man yells at cloud, but I was crazy for doing that back then in middle school. Writing code by hand for a TI-82 calculator. That's how I learned how to make games. So like people get, it annoys me to know people use these tools. It's not out of passion for the game. It's out of passion for wanting to make their own art. That's why it's crazy. That's why it's crazy. You're not trying to make this game better. You're trying to make your own thing, but all you learned how to do was use the creation engine. And you're so stuck in your ways that you can't learn anything else. It's the same problem I have with Unity developers who are like, I really wish I could switch to Godot. You don't have to switch to Godot, by the way. That's not the point of this rant. Before you get fucking started typing, that's not the point of this rant. Unity developers say, I wish I could. I'm back here again. Now I'm wandering. Unity developers that say, I wish I could switch to Godot, but there's just not enough tutorials for it. There's not enough specific tutorials for it. You don't want to learn, you want to copy and paste code. You should be able to go to Red Blob Games. Red Blob Games, here's the practical tip. Positive. See, I'm being positive. Here's the practical tip for you. Go to Red Blob Games. The free shout out to Red Blob Games. I love his tutorials. Okay, at least it's getting dark. Oh, I can't. I'm just gonna sleep in the wilderness. I don't have any money. I've got stuff. I'll sell some stuff and then buy a bed. If you should be able to go on Red Blob Games, read one of his tutorials. They're like Python or Java. And you should be able to apply that to whatever you're using. I learned A-star pathfinding by going on Red Blob Games and reading his articles on A-star pathfinding, which are implemented in Python, and I did it in a Lua framework, Love. I did it in Love 2D. So, like, you should be able to do that, or you're not learning. You should not be shackled to one engine or one fucking mod development kit. And that's the problem. That's the problem with total conversions, is that they're so often not like, I wanted to make more of this game I love. It's like Enderal is like, I wanted to make something like Gothic. I disagree that it's like Gothic, but still, I wanted to make something like Gothic, but all I know how to use is the creation engine. So they do it in the creation engine, even though it's not good at that. They do it in Skyrim, even though Skyrim is not good at that. But that's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to use, so they do that.
How are you today?
Or Starwind. Starwind wanted to be KOTOR. It's so much. It changed so much just because it wanted to be KOTOR. It didn't want to be a Morrowind mod. It wanted to be a KOTOR mod. But the people who make Starwind don't know how to mod KOTOR, so they fucking made it in Morrowind. And so it's bad. It's just bad. It's like, oh, this would be so cool if it was KOTOR. But it's not. It's Morrowind, so I can't dual wield lightsabers. That's a minor gripe. But like, companions are broken because Morrowind wasn't designed for companions, but you had to have them because you want to be KOTOR. And then engine re-implementations. Those people should be crazy too, but I think that's the same thing. Like, you don't have anything I can sell to you. The healthy respect for the base game. You see, engine implementations even will have toggles for bug fixes. Like, oh, we have this bug fix of the engine, but we also implemented it the way it normally works. So here, there's a toggle. You can either have the vanilla broken implementation or you can have our fix. That's your choice. I like that. God damn it, there's nobody here that I can sell to. I'm weak. Surely there must be something other than a smith here. Somebody who will buy some garbage off me. Just enough. I need a bed. How much does a bed cost? I want to talk about fan-made expansions a little bit more because it's just... in the interest of being positive, I have yet to play a fan-made expansion that I've had like major gripes with. Mostly because the main game is all the way like this. This is Tamriel Rebuilt. I love Tamriel Rebuilt. It's so good because it says let Vardenfell be Vardenfell. We're not going to try to fix it. We're not going beyond the scope of this already massively scoped project.
Listen, Outlander.
Oh, there's people out
Make
here.
it
What do you
quick,
want?
Outlander.
You don't buy that. What about potions? Do you buy these? Fortify willpower. Yeah. How much? 31. Is that enough for a bed? Let's try to buy a bed now. And maybe a little bit of compare and contrast between respect for the source material
I'm waiting.
and stupid, insane bullshit that was so fixated on fixing stuff that it didn't worry about how it fixed stuff. Stardew Valley expanded. In the other Ridgeside Village, Stardew Valley expanded. The Stardew Valley fan expansion mods, I think they're pretty good. They're not as good as the base game, but they don't mess with the base game. So, you can interact with them as much or as little as you want. It's great.
Our doors are always open.
My computer has trouble loading them, but you know, it is what it is. It just means I have to sit for a couple
How
minutes
can I be of
while
service to you,
anytime I want to
Outlander?
load the game.
My prices are reasonable.
You don't sell beds at the corner club, huh? They don't sell beds at the corner club. I don't see where there would be beds here. Is there an inn here? Let's ask a guard if they've got an inn here. Howling Hound Inn. Hetman's house is next to it on the southern edge. Okay, I guess we'll go around the southern edge of
Speak
town, look for
traveler.
this inn. I used a mod pack, mod list, mod collection, whatever they call it, Nexus, for the expansions. It included a lot of stuff that was like, here, I fixed it. Here, I fixed Stardew Valley. You shouldn't have a quest to give Pam alcohol. That's enabling her. So I had to turn a couple mods off like that. The quest should be for vegetable juice. Why is Pam asking you for vegetable juice? It wasn't even like we changed it. As far as I could tell, I turned it off because the description made it sound like it wasn't, you can give her vegetable juice instead. And that would be kind of cool. It like has a different response. I don't know if it would have a different response, but that would be cool. You give her vegetable, that's not what I wanted, but fine. I guess I didn't specify if they changed the what the letter says. But no, it's like Pam asked for beer and you give it to her, or a pale ale or something. I can't remember the exact quest. Pam is thirsty. And they were like, no, it should be vegetable juice because you shouldn't be enabling an alcoholic.
You like to dance close to the fire,
I'm
don't you?
waiting.
All right. They will have beds here for how much? 10 gold. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Downstairs, last door on the left. But then I didn't turn off, it was called Marnie Deserves Better, which
What's
should
this about?
have clued me in. Because I thought that would be more like expansion-y. I'm going to sleep for 14 hours. I'm a sleepy high elves sleep for 14 hours. I don't know if you know that. Marnie Deserves Better. They were like, Mary Lewis and Mary Lewis should be open about his relationship with Marnie. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. That would work. That could work.
ahead.
Where they become open about their relationship or whatever. But because it's a modder and they're insane people, and Stardew Valley is a little less insane because again, it's not simping for AAA, which the Bethesda games are. Bethesda modders seem to be the most insane, most out of their mind because they're so focused on AAA games. I think a lot of them want to get a job at Bethesda, and so like they try to be very serious because they hope like one day Daddy Bethesda will notice me and he'll make me a Bethesda. Or is this thing chasing me? Was he just walking around? I wanted to go northeast, so let's go northeast. But even then, that doesn't explain why Tamriel Rebuilds and the other fan expansion mods and OpenMW and OpenMW VR, which I'm currently using, they seem to be completely free of this problem. They got to be insane too. That's so much work. Re-implementing the Morrowind engine in C++, that's crazy work. That's crazy amounts of work. So the respect for the base game has to be a big part of it. There's so much of like, I fixed it, but they didn't fix it. They didn't understand what was wrong with it. A lot of mods are the epitome of like gamers know that something's wrong, but they don't really know a good solution. So many mod solutions are the kind of thing that you would read in a forum post and you're like, well, there would be a lot of unintended consequences of just doing that. It's not as simple as you make it out to be. But then modders go, oh boy, yes it is. And then they do it and then it's not. There's a hole in the world over here. Whereas fan expansions are just like, from what I've seen so far, they're like, here, we're adding, we're not changing. Not to say they don't have some weird design decisions too. Are there forests with cliff racers in base Morrowind? The swamps. Oh god. Okay, it's dead. Is that the ocean? It's screaming at me again. Alright, I'm almost out of mana already. I might have only needed to do one on the cliff racer. Let's grab the racer ears or whatever. Not to say that these base games are perfect. Again, like I said, it's better suited to individual mods. Or, wow, I don't know what's going on here. Bug fix patch mods. Bug fix patch mods, big ones tend to be community efforts. So do a lot of big mods tend to be community efforts, but they still end up... So a lot of the problem in a lot of these is political. It's group politics and the types of insane personalities that want to be involved in group politics of making free mods for non-free games. I got scared off of that road. I'm going a different way. What's this? Is this where I came from, or is this a new place? It's a new place. We'll go there. Are you chasing me now? Yeah. Okay. That lightning bolt's pretty good, but I can't afford to be popping them off all the time. I've got a bunch of restore magic potions though. That's nice. How much does that do? Not a whole bunch, but it'll do in a pinch. I don't really prepare what I say in these videos. You're getting just my thoughts in the moment. So like, expecting me to have a fully formed, well thought out opinion in these rants is something you shouldn't be doing. But my opinions are right. They're the only right opinions, and they are informed. I'm just, rambling at 5 o'clock in the morning. Whatever's on my mind. These aren't scientific papers I'm putting out into the world. But it's amazing how predictable people could be. It's like, I almost deleted that short before it went live because I uploaded them all last Friday. And I was like, should I delete this one? I know some moron is going to come in and be like, oh, so somebody does something for free and you think they're crazy for it. No! I said the opposite! Listen to the words I'm fucking saying before you comment! I make free shit all the time. I've made tons of music, tons of games for free, some of them not free. I make free stuff, I make not free stuff. I don't think it's fucking crazy to make stuff for free. I think it's fucking crazy to devote your fucking life doing free work for AAA studios! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get killed by this beetle. I'm out of intervention spells. I just gotta run. Like, if you can't get that through your fucking head, you're crazy too. If you don't see why doing free work for AAA studios is nuts, then you're nuts too. And I don't even think it's that bad to be crazy. I said that. I fucking said that. It's fine. I like that there's insane people putting this amount of work. Even some of them, I said that the people that made Tamriel Rebuild also must be crazy. But I love Tamriel Rebuild. I'm glad they're fucking doing it. Get it through your fucking head. Predictable fucking Reddit YouTube commenters. That's what you are. Go back to fucking Reddit. Get the fuck out of my comment section. I hope there's nothing in this water because I don't know if I can. Uh-oh. What's that noise? Like the exact same old tired ass arguments. Oh, you think that people shouldn't make art for free? No, I don't think that. I don't think everything should be motivated by profit. I just don't think you should be contributing to someone else's profit for free. Or you can, but you're crazy for doing it. I'm glad you're doing it, but you're fucking nuts. And I wish a lot of them were better at it. That's all. I wish if you were going to devote this amount of time to your life, you weren't also bad at making design choices, which mostly seems to be related to thinking that that you need to fix the work of professionals when you're not one. What time is it? This isn't much of an episode. I understand. I'm still water walking. Good. This place might be worse than old Ebonheart. What is this place? This place is cool. It would be cool if it wasn't. My computer was better.
Annoying Outlanders.
Sorry. I just wanted to know what this place is. Wait, can you tell me about this place? Not really. Is this road deer? Oh, okay. My sense of role-playing won't let me sleep right now. Maybe I should be using fire. Firebite is dangerous, though. Just need to get stronger. So I could fire off those lightning bolts. Or maybe I'll make a weaker one. That's what I'll do. I need money for that, though. Let's get out of this place.
Damn foreigners.
I think I got it out of my system, though. Like I said, probably not. I was still rambling. I didn't have that all planned. I was just mad. I was just annoyed. Almalexia. I don't have strong hopes that Almalexia would be good for my frame rate, but there will be a mages guild there. Where's Almalexia? Is it on my map yet? Not really. Just follow the signs, follow the signposts to Almalexia. And I'm not telling anybody to stop. I'm not saying stop making Starwind, stop playing Starwind, stop enjoying Starwind. I'm saying I don't like Starwind, and here's why. I wanted to like it so much. I enjoyed it at first, but the problems with it just kept piling up because it was clearly wanted to be KOTOR. It clearly just wanted to be a KOTOR mod. Enderal, I wanted to like, but then I did it.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
150 gold sounds great. What do you need with 150 gold? Just you need me to walk you somewhere? All right. Where do you need to go?
I have you!
Oh, I thought you were offering me, I see. I thought she was looking for an escort. She was offering to be an escort. Let's run. Guards, help. There's no guards here. Wait, is this a guard? Guard. No, you're not a guard. Help, I'm being attacked. I didn't do nothing wrong. It was a misunderstanding, and I don't even see it's a misunderstanding with an unnecessarily unnecessary escalation. Okay, it seems like she's being... Oh, no, she ran out of mana. Water walking, can I do it again? Yes, perfect. Fuck you, lady. I'm walking on water. I don't know. Okay. The fog. I did, when I switched to recording 60 frames a second, I bumped up because the fog mod, what's this? I don't want to touch this. The fog mod I'm using, it does, if it goes 10% under, and previously when I was recording at 30 frames a second, I just left it at 60 for the target frame rate, which meant it probably would go down to like 54 before it started bringing the fog in. I turned it up to 66, so the fog's a little more aggressive than it was when I was playing at 30 frames a second, when I was recording at 30 frames a second. And a lot of you just threw up just hearing those numbers. I'm sure a lot of people just threw up hearing those numbers. Wait, you're targeting 66? Yeah, I'm streaming it to my headset at 80.
Go.
And I'm just dealing with the reprojection. And by targeting 66, that really means it's targeting 60 because it goes 10% under the target frame rate before it starts. Oh, right. Where'd she go? I forgot I was in the middle of something. Hey, we seem okay. Will somebody take me to Almalexia for cheap? Are you the ferryman?
Speak, traveler.
No, he'll take me to Antheron region for 1 GP though. Let's go there. Get away from this lady. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Forget it. It looks like she's disappeared somewhere. I'm gonna chug a couple potions. If you're still with me, hi. I like being positive. I don't make these videos to be negative and spread negativity. I want to play games and have fun. I also like talking shit though. That's part of the problem. I have fun talking shit, and some people just can't abide by shit talking, especially off the cuff shit. Let's just hope she's not around here right now. Like, go ahead, make your big total conversion mods. Enjoy playing them. Just like stop lying about what they are. That's always been my main problem. The people lying about what things are. Interall is not a masterpiece. It's a fucking 14-year-old's short story expanded out into a bad Skyrim mod pack. And you know that those... Damn it. You know those changes that Interall makes are controversial because there's mods to unmod what Interall changes. They're like, oh, I just want the story for some reason. But I actually like Skyrim. Too many modders have lost sight of that, but I actually liked that game. That's why I got into this in the first place. Modding should come from a place of love for the base game, not just for the love of wanting to do stuff and only knowing how to work with. But I'm repeating myself at this point. Oh, right, I got sidetracked. Stardew Valley expanded, the Marnie mod. Remember when I was talking about the Marnie mod? The Marnie mod started off fine. So after the event, if you've played Stardew Valley, you know there's an event where you catch Mayor Lewis and Marnie canoodling when you're hiding in the bushes being creepy farmer. Be on the lookout for cliff racers. I know I've got my lightning bolt's not on it though. So the mod made it so after you see that scene, then sometime later, maybe the next day, I don't remember exactly, Marnie and Mayor Lewis show up on your front door and they're like, so, I mean, you figured it out. We had a talk. We've decided we're just gonna be open about our relationship.
Speak, traveler.
And I'm like, cool, that's fine. That's perfect. That's it. That's all you needed to do. And then now, like, there's some slave. Maybe have, like, because Stardew Valley has that system where after events, it can flag NPCs, various NPCs, to have something, just little comments on that event next time you talk to them. That's all you needed. It was, oh, wow, you hear about Mayor Lewis and Marnie? Good for them, you know? Whatever you want. But instead... because modders are insane people. Sometime later, when you go into Pelican Town, Mayor Lewis has gathered everybody in the town square for a cutscene where he goes, everybody, citizens of Pelican Town, as your mayor, I would like you to know that I am fucking Marnie. Thank you. Now you may go back about your days. I will continue being your mayor king. It's just the insane thing to do. It was completely unnecessary. And then, like, the rest of the mod is fine again. Like, you see them together being more together. Or maybe it didn't even change, and it's just, like, it feels different because Stardew Valley is one of those games which I like. This isn't a criticism. This is what I want in games. It gives you just enough to get your imagination going. I like my imagination. I got a good one. I got a good imagination, and I like games that supplement. A good game to me is like a good book. It only needs to give you enough to get your motor running, and if it gives you too much, then it doesn't give you any room for that, and then you're just like stuck in somebody else's imagination. And I might not like their imagination that much. I liked parts of their imagination, but then you get too deep into it, and you're like, wow. This is your imagination? Just give me a little bit. You didn't have to show me Mayor Lewis telling the entire town that he was fucking Marnie. That's just weird. I can take it on red when suddenly people know that, like, just have a couple people be like, wow, did you hear about that? Oh, cool. which I'm pretty sure that mod does anyway. It just does it after the cutscene at the town square, as opposed to the cutscene at your farm where they came to your house. Even that was a little weird, but it's fine. And I can't think of a better way to do that, really. But you can just assume that they had a similar, like, knocking on somebody's door, just like running in. Oh, by the way, me and Marnie, you might have suspected, but no. Everybody, I'm fucking Marnie. So next time I start a new save, I'm removing that mod. And that's my freedom to remove the mods I don't like, but also to say why I don't like them on the internet. And that's not trying to tell you that you have to not use the mod, or that the mod developer has to stop making the mod. I'm going in circles. I'm going in circles both. Oh boy, both in real life. Okay. One lightning bolt did it, but it takes a few seconds. The cliff racer didn't do too much damage, luckily. I don't dispose of corpses in Morrowind. I let them decay naturally. I'm not here looking to fight the same cliff racer over and over and over again. At least give me a 3-day break. Is this stolen? Stealing? Yeah. Let's try not stealing where we're not sure it's safe. What's this? Note from Garv's. Do not enter. This is Garv's house. Garv's and Fedora Ovov's shack. Well, I don't feel safe entering, so I will heed that letter, and I will chug another Restore Magicka potion. People hear me, and shorts don't help, but like, what are you gonna do? I make shorts. I have to do it. So you have to do it. Oh, it's dead. Okay. I need another potion. Or like people hear someone criticizing mods. They're like, "How dare you? It's free. Did you pay money for it?" Well, I paid money for Morrowind. So like, I couldn't actually twice, because I own it on Steam and I bought it in a box in like 2005. So 2006, I think. So it wasn't really free. It cost, the price of admission was owning Morrowind. They hear me calling modders crazy, because they are. And the evidence isn't just like that whole thing. It's like a theory. It's just my theory about why modders make so many bad design decisions from my perspective. Why I see so many decisions where I'm like, that's really not good game design. And my theory is that they're crazy. And my part of that theory is that I think you kind of have to be a little bit crazy to be an artist in general, but you have to be super crazy to shackle your art to somebody else's art. Unless, like, that's the other part that makes fan expansions somewhat different. The healthy respect for the base game, but also the fact that, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna spit up Unity. You're gonna spin up Unity and make Morrowind just so that you can add the mainland to Morrowind, and then make your own version of Vardenfell, or not have Vardenfell, just have mainland Morrowind, and you're trying to be as much like Morrowind as possible. So you're basically just recreating Morrowind in another engine. That takes a little bit away from the crazy, just like doing it for Daggerfall, which you can download for free now, or any other number of free games. Dwarf Fortress mods. Dwarf Fortress is the product of an insane mind, and I think the modders for that are probably a little bit crazy too. Especially when you look at how DFHack used to work. I don't know if it still works that way, but DFHack used to just directly tie into memory addresses. It took a while to make new versions of DFHack, because they had to figure out what memory addresses the game was modifying. And then literally hack into that. So I'm not even saying it's a bad thing to be crazy, a little bit crazy, but it explains, it goes a long way for me in my head to explaining why a modder might think, I need to remove all of the fortify potions and spells from Morrowind, because personally, I can't stop myself from sitting in one room for an hour and a half, pulling off this, loading and reloading quick saves to pull off this fucking exploit to have unlimited stats forever. I can't help myself, so I have to make this mod that changes that. That explains the fact that he's crazy, explains why he needed to do that to me. It's all there is to it. And the further evidence that modders are insane is just how much drama exists in so many mod communities. I'm not in any of these mod communities, so like... Oh, I was being chased by a rat. Where am I now? I've been here before, haven't I? I was here previously. No? Maybe. Can I sit on the bench, or do I have to role play it? And a lot of modders have Patreons too, so like you can't really say they're completely without the profit motive. And a lot of the times they're just like, I can't afford to keep doing this. That's why they stop. So like, don't try to make things out to be completely noble. You know that some people are doing it for profit, and you know that some people are doing it for ego. The evidence, that fucking Arthmore guy, everybody's favorite Skyrim modder, and I think he's kind of a scapegoat. It seems like his whole little bug patch community, the original. Yes, I also watched the Down the Rabbit Hole. I also saw that Down the Rabbit Hole. I vaguely know this guy. You know, from what the Down the Rabbit Hole video showed, it seems like he's largely a scapegoat for an entire community of insane people. Following the dreams of an insane person who stopped because it was getting too much, even for him. You know why modders burn out on making mods? It's because they don't want to spend their whole lives making somebody else doing free work for someone else. I don't see why this is so hard to understand. I've been playing RimWorld a little bit lately, and I was like, I had to redo my whole mod list because a lot of the people that made those mods stopped. They didn't want to do it again. They stopped at 1.5. They were like, I'm not doing the 1.6 came out. They were like, I'm done. You know, I don't want to do this anymore. The biggest modders, and I didn't see much drama in the RimWorld mod. Again, as an outsider. Oops. I didn't really see a whole lot of drama in the RimWorld mod scene. They seem pretty chill. In fact, they were open source enough, the mods, that most of those mods have, like, I forked it. Have like 6 of those in the workshop. Here's a fork. All I did was change the version number so it works again. There's no drama over that. You can't do that. Those modders that don't want to work on this anymore aren't showing up and be like, you can't do that. There's 2 types of insane people. There's two types of insane people, and it's a Venn diagram. It's insane people that make insane choices and insane people that have insane work, just like insane propensity for doing stuff. And there's a big overlap. So a lot of times, someone having an insane propensity for doing a lot of work for free, for only because they love doing it. And I'm excluding ego people from this. Yeah, I think more modders have egos than people want to admit to themselves, and are doing it mostly for the ego and the fame. And I don't think that's any more noble than a profit motive. I think I'd take the guy with the profit motive over the guy that's doing free stuff because he wants to be famous for it. He wants to be the one true Skyrim modder. He really wants a job at Bethesda, and he's doing his best. He's doing his best to please Daddy Bethesda. I think that guy's less noble than the guy making completely free AGS games. I cut my teeth growing up. I played RPG Maker games and AGS games. They were all free. I don't think those people were really that insane, any more insane than the average artist. Partially because they were children. But like, I don't think there's so many good free games out there. I don't think those people are crazier than the average artist for making free art. I don't think they're crazy. I don't think Tamriel rebuilt people are crazier than the average artist for wanting to expand the rest of Project Tamriel, wanting to make Morrowind even bigger and have even more stuff to do with it. I think that makes sense from like a motivation perspective. I don't think I made this game in Skyrim because I don't know how to use Unity is really, I can't agree with that mindset. As somebody who started making games on a calculator and can pretty much pick up ED Engine in an afternoon, like, because they're documented and you just have to read the first chapter of ED Engine's documentation. Even the ones that are like, the documentation in this engine isn't that good. It's still pretty much all you really need to know is covered the first chapter to get started. And if you need engine-specific tutorials for systems that aren't engine-specific, then you're a lost cause. Anyway, I know that wasn't an exciting episode. You could skip this one if you want. That'll be the title of this one. That was Morrowind VR hard permadeath, not hardcore mode. I removed hardcore mode because I didn't like it. And I had opinions about it, and I shared them. And if you don't like that, get the fuck off my channel.
How are you today?
Alright, if you're still with me in this video, thank you. Bye. See you next week for more Morrowind.